Hi everybody, this is Rob and Kurt with Two Brothers Hobby, and today we're taking a look at the Aries Nano Microstick 75. Now Kurt, we have the RTF versions in front of us, but they also make a WOT version.
Right, they just announced the release of the WOT, which is without transmitter. So when we've got familiar over the years with the bind and flies and the receiver ready versions of aircraft we buy, now with the WOT you can pick up one RTF kit and then just keep buying additional WOTs and use your existing transmitter. So it allows you to bind your transmitter to the new model. So a nice feature, a smart way to take the product line so people can build up their fleet, spend all their dollar on fun and not just on the necessary pieces to fly it. So we're big fans of the bind and fly and the RXR and now of course WOT. Let's take a look at some specs on the Aries Nano Micro Stick. It's a 12.4 inch wingspan. Overall length is 10.6 inches. Has a weight, real light weight of 0.3 ounces or 9 grams, which kind of puts it in a little different category, I think, as a micro. The motor is a cordless brushed DC on a gearbox, and the battery is a 30 milliamp 1S 3.7 volt LiPo. This is the one that's included in both the RTF and the WOT. The charger that's built into the transmitter is a 1S 3.7 volt LiPo. Now on the WOT version, they do give you a DC USB adapter charger, so you can still charge up those batteries without the transmitter. And then of course take that out in the field with you and again keep everything topped off. The transmitter that ships with the ready to fly version is a 3-channel 2.4 gig, of course with that built-in charger. And on the onboard electronics, both have a 2-in-1 receiver, an ESC, and a magnetic actuator for the rudder. As far as what is required, the RTF requires nothing. It even comes with the transmitter batteries and you're ready to go. The WOT version, of course, needs a compatible transmitter. So, Rob, go ahead and get us familiar with what the Nano Micro Stick 75 looks like out of the box.
Well, to be honest with you, Kurt, it looks like everything from the inside's on the outside on these little micros. It's all right there out in the open for everybody to see.
Nowhere to hide it.
Yeah, we've got our brushless, our cordless brushed motor with the gearbox on the nose into our 2-in-1 unit. The kind of neat on this model in particular is the fact that it's got a magnet on the battery that holds it into another magnet on the fuse. This also allows you to adjust your CG just a little bit. You know, you might get a 1/2 inch out of it back and forth, but on this particular model, I think it'd make a lot of difference. You'll also notice it has a lot of positive incident on the wing, and that's because with this being a rudder-only plane, you're using your prop wash to as an elevator control, basically. So they've got to have the wing at the angle to get the air up underneath it to influence it. We got 2 foam rubber discs basically for the wheels and wire landing gear, so you can take off from the ground or you can just flop it into the grass gently at the end of the flight. Got a carbon fiber fuse back to the tail surfaces. Now anybody who's not familiar with the magnetic actuators, despite what they look like when they're not powered up, which allows the control surface to flop around quite a bit, they do hold themselves in position nicely when the radio's active. And it also is a proportional control surface.
Unlike the old
snap
models we saw,
it's
either popped 100% left or right or up or down.
And as of recent years, you'd still see those used on some things. But yeah, as we mentioned earlier, there's no elevator on this because of the motor being used. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward design.
Well, we've got to take our little 30 milliamp battery, charge it up, and take them out and see how they fly. Make sure you come back for part 2, the review scoring video.